Hi, I'm Travis Mullis, owner of Chattanooga Water Heater Company. Today, I want to talk about tank versus tankless water heaters. What's the difference? What's the pros? What's the cons? So, the biggest pro to a tankless water heater is the simple fact of unlimited hot water. That is the number one reason that we would recommend somebody to go tankless. That way, if you're constantly running out of hot water, got a large family, at that point, that will resolve it. It is a continuous producer of hot water, so it just completely eliminates ever running out of hot water again. The next thing in line, they are more fuel efficient, so they are cheaper to operate. Then the third thing is they're going to take up less space. We know that space is very valuable inside of a home, so more space you have, the better. A lot of times we will hear other companies saying, go tankless because it's going to more than pay for itself. That's kind of situational as far as that goes. So if you're in a case where you're always struggling, you don't have enough hot water, at that point, then you're actually able to run hot water as much as you need. So at that point, you are going to be using more hot water. So besides the natural gas, the extra natural gas that you're going to be using, at that point, you got to think about your water bill and sewer bill. At that point, those will also rise if you have the unlimited capabilities. So there's always a little bit of trade-off, but at the end of the day, if it is resolving the fact of always running out of hot water, that's the main goal, that's the main objective. It will fix that. But we would never steer you in the direction of going tankless unless that's really the true objective at the end of the day. Or, you've just decided, hey, that's just what I want. And that's okay as well. But we wouldn't take you down the road of a false pretense of that the unit's going to more than pay for itself with what you're saving. Because in reality, even though it is consuming less fuel, unless you're in a situation where you did not need the extra hot water, at that point, that would be how you would see those savings versus not seeing the savings. There are technically gas-fired, which could be natural gas or propane. Both do very well. Both of those would be the same brand with us, the Renaz. Renaz are very good. We see very, very minimum problems and issues with those out in the marketplace versus some other brands. A lot of other brands are not serviceable. Some brands such as Navian, we know we actually stock parts for them because there are certain parts that do go bad, and you can pretty well predict and forecast that with some of them. So Renaz, what you would be with, doesn't matter if it's propane, natural gas, will work in both ways there. Versus in a standard tank, you're going to have typically 40 to 50 gallons of hot water. Once you deplete all of that, it will have to go back through a reheat cycle. At that point, safe to say 35, 40 minutes on average to completely heat that water up. So that's the big differences between the two there. There are electric tankless models that are out there. The electrical requirements are much different than your standard tank type models, so it can actually require a lot of modification, not just a little, but a lot of modification to achieve it. And then they are very limited as to how much hot water gallon per minute flow rating that they can actually produce. So take a large house, it's not going to keep up with the demand. And then beyond that, the ones that we have seen in the marketplace just are not holding up long-term at all. Most of them fail within 3 to 4 years. So definitely do not recommend it in the electric models. With that, I would most definitely stay with a tank, a good quality tank, something that you're going to get 16, 18 years of life out of. And so that is the big difference between sticking with a tank or going tankless. Give us a call, 423-718-7342. If you have any questions, we'll be glad to answer any of those. And hopefully this helped you to really understand which route is best for you to take.